We have a new event coming, ladies and gentlemen. Celebrate Lunar New Year with the mystery of dragons and loot boxes. They forgot to say over here because this new event is coming with loot boxes, with new tanks, with some old tanks with new skins. This Miel over here, or Miel. This is Bourrasque skinned version of it. You know, like Progetto 46 and Mars, or SU-130 PM and Forest Spirit, Scorpion, Scorpion G. You know, the same case over here. But Object 590 is a brand new tier 9 premium medium tank which is coming into this game. And we actually have a free premium tank up for grabs in this event as well. More about that in a second, because this event, the Mystery of Dragons event, starts from February 8th. So if you're interested about that, mark your calendars. In 2 days this will kick off and it will run until February 14, 23 CET time zone right over here. Now we have a video to look at, and at first I think let's start with the video, which I have not seen as well. So let's have a look what they have to say in the video, and we have quite some things to talk about after that. Let's see.
The time of the dragon is here. Paper lanterns soar into the sky. Fireworks boom louder than tank shots.
Okay, so we are going to get the same hangar, the same themed hangar like in the last couple years, I think,
Everyone
right?
is awaiting a new beginning. When the dragon brings good fortune on its wings. On February 8th, an event dedicated to Lunar New Year will begin. It's an excellent opportunity to pick up some nice gifts. Bundles with missions for ×5 XP, and chests can bring you personal reserves, credits, Days of World of Tanks premium account, crew books, as well.
Okay, so here's the thing, like, let's say many of the paying customers, right, who are spending money on loot boxes, especially during the holiday ops time. They don't need premium tanks. They don't need those things too much, I would say so. Personal reserves as well, crew books. Well, crew books, you know, is always nice if you especially don't have a huge lineup of tanks already. This will boost your crews quite massively. But I would say for many paying customers who are going to buy this, those are kinda like meh. Base rewards
well as
in the
many
boxes?
2D styles in the spirit of the season, including 2 new ones.
Or what do you think?
Just look at this. And of course, the chests may also contain premium vehicles. The highlight is the Object 590. This new Tier 9 premium tank is equipped with a reverse auto-reloading system like the IS-3A.
So yeah, auto-reloading or reverse auto-reloading system. If you don't know what that means, this means that the less shells you have in the magazine, the faster your reload is going to be. Not like Progetto, where the last shell loads the fastest and you have to cycle through that. And if you empty your clip, you get punished quite hard. Over here, not emptying your clip gets you punished quite hard, because if your clip is empty, this is when you reload the fastest, which is only unique to Soviet tanks.
Fires 3 shells in a row and then fights with maximum efficiency without having to take a long reload. Just stay close to your target or you might hit the festive lanterns. The tank's sturdy turret, bouncy front armor, and 85mm sides can deflect more than firecrackers. It also has decent mobility. In the right hands, the Object 590 will be a real metal dragon.
We'll see about that.
Is a Tier 8 premium tank called Miel.
Oh boy.
It's a Bourrasque with a new look and a unique name. Fast and feisty, it's ready to deliver a few gifts before their lucky recipient can even say thanks. There will also be familiar Tier 8 vehicles enjoyed by so many.
Okay, so let's take a look at the lineup of tanks, right? Let's talk about that. First of all, this is the skinned Bourrasque. It is like Progetto and Mars, as I said before. It is going to be a new tank, so second version of one of the most annoying tanks to deal with. If this tank is in a good player's hands, it is like you're going to get outplayed in so many other tanks when you are playing with so many other tanks, because this is just an annoying little mosquito to deal with, and it is so powerful. I would say like a light tank that actually deals a lot of damage, right? This is how I would compare it. And I'm a bit worried to see a second version of this tank being released. To be completely honest with you.
The familiar Tier 8 vehicles enjoyed by so many. Turtle Mark 1.
Turtle Mark 1. Well, Turtle Mark 1, that thing is... Turtle Mark 1, well, very strong, right? Very strong. The only weakness of this tank is how slow it is. And when you get caught out of guard, well, it is easy to circle you. You don't have a turret, but it has high DPM. It has like good gun. It has good frontal armor. It's very annoying tank to deal with.
Turtle Mark 1. The Gonzalo.
So the Gonzalo is not the Caliban. This is, it looks exactly the same like Caliban, but this doesn't have the auto-reloading gun with massive damage. It is a single-shot tank version of this, you know, which at first came out with the funny face skin where you were able to change the mood of this tank, you know, like kind of weird one. But this tank, I would say, it's quite nice, actually. I, at first, didn't think I'm going to like it as much as I did because of the gun handling stats, but after I started playing with it, well, the gun performs better than it should on paper. It's a weird one. And overall, I would say it's quite a solid one.
The VK7501K.
VK7501K. This is definitely the stinker in the boxes. Not a huge fan of that. It has a big alpha for a tier 8 heavy tank, definitely 490 alpha, but the gun handling is bad. It is slow, it is big, quite easy to penetrate. Not a huge fan.
And the CS52 Lease.
So the final tank, CS52 Lease. This one I enjoy as well. It is, how I would say that, just a solid tier 8 premium vehicle.
In keeping with tradition, every 50th chest will contain a guaranteed tier 8 or 9 vehicle, if one doesn't drop earlier.
Okay, so the pity drop system is on, as they have done with all the previous events.
The number of bundles you can purchase per day is limited. This limit doesn't apply to the biggest bundle, which is available one time per account.
Wales, if you were worried for a second, well, you're able to buy that bundle at least.
An event will also appear on the game website on February 8th, where you'll be able to complete simple missions for a bunch of free rewards, useful in-game items, 2D styles, decals, and even a Tier 7 premium vehicle.
We talk about that in a second.
Don't forget about festive discounts on equipment, consumables, researchable vehicles, and premium vehicles on permanent sale. The Dragon's gifts will arrive in World of Tanks on February 8th. Don't miss them, and give yourself a gift this holiday.
And give yourself, or give you a gift as well. Alright. I like that there are a lot of free things in this event as well. You're able to get actually very useful goodies simply playing the game. So nobody is forcing you to buy anything. You don't have to spend money. And what I like about this event is that it actually comes with quite a solid, simply free to play rewards as well. Because if you're playing anyway, all the events which give you some free stuff is just extra cherry on the top of the cake, right? So what do we have? One of 6 premium vehicles, including 2 brand new ones, probability 1.3%. So as always, the drop for the tanks is random, but you are not going to get duplicate ones before you don't have the new ones. Let's say you have all those vehicles, your next vehicle is definitely going to be either the Miel or Object 590. This is how it usually works, right? And if you have all those, then maybe you can start earning duplicates for every 50 you get guaranteed, right? Okay, so quite the standard loot box system, not much to talk about over here. I talked about the lineup of tanks as well. I didn't mention 590 yet. I'm going to do that in a second. We have some duty styles over here. Yeah, quite a huge array. This one is new, and I think this one is new, if I'm not mistaken, and this one as well. Okay, so a couple new 3D styles. We have characteristics, vehicle characteristics up over here. But now, if we are talking about this vehicle, I actually have not tested it out yet because I heard they are going to buff it. And there is no reason for me to play it if it is not going to end up in the game as it is going to be in the game. Or, you know, I'm not able to play with the buffed version right now. So I'm simply going to wait until they are going to release it. But over here we have the buffed details. For example, if we compare the penetration, you know, this was the previous version, the standard round penetration 225, but the buffed one is going to be 238. So let's talk about the final stats over here. Aiming time 2.9 seconds, which was also buffed actually. Reload time for the full magazine is 42.5 seconds. It has 3 shells and 4-second reload time between shot, if I am not mistaken. Time for reloading 1 shell, 19 seconds, 15 seconds and 8.5 seconds. So pretty drastic difference, guys, because as I said, this is the reverse auto reloading tank. The less shells you have in the magazine, the faster the reload is going to be. If your magazine is empty, your reload is 8.5 seconds. If you have 1 shell in, 15 seconds. If you have 2 shells in, 19 seconds. So there is absolutely no punishment emptying your clip when you're fighting with someone. You actually need to do that if you want to improve your DPM. You need to empty your all shells and then you start reloading the fastest shell, right? Accuracy 0.38, quite derpy. Gun handling seems to be minus 6 degrees of gun depression, 45 shells it can carry, 268 premium pen, 320 alpha. What is very good is the standard APCR shell velocity, right? 1480 meters per second. Survivability. For survivability, I think let's take a look at the tanks.gg as well in a bit. 110 frontal armor, 200 in the turret. All right, and mobility-wise, 17.5 hour to weight ratio with 700 horsepower engine and 52 top speed with 20 moving backwards. And here is this tank in action as well. And talking about the armor, let's have a look. Well, it doesn't pack like huge amount of armor, but it can bounce some lower tier stuff. For example, this is 225, but let's load in some tier 10 penetration. Well, for tier 10s, which this tank is able to see, it is basically green everywhere. But for tier 8s, let's say, yes, it can bounce some tier 8s. It can bounce some tier 8s when side scraping. When side scraping, there is actually a weak spot over here under the turret. Very vulnerable and easy to penetrate weak spot. Plus, it has the commander hatches as well. But of course, you know, to get the best feel, I would need to play with this tank. But as I said, because there is no version of the tank available inside the game with the final stats, I feel like there is no reason to do that. Now, do I need to say much about the Bagration Bourrasque? I don't think so, because this thing is one of the best premium tanks in the game. You know, it's like, as I said, worrying that it is going to be sold again, because it is just so bloody annoying to play against, right? Because I have to be honest over here when we're talking about the tanks, and we went over the other things as well. Okay, so talking about the free premium tank, we have the Embark on the Lunar Web event missions, rewards and more. Starting from February 8, complete simple missions to earn numerous free rewards, including valuable resources and cool duty style and 3D styles. We have discounts, which is nice, and let's take a look at this page over here. Lunar New Year missions. Participate in simple event missions to earn and accumulate points, which you can exchange for a variety of exciting rewards in the Homefront supply section of the depot. So there is going to be a special store where you're able to claim your rewards, I guess. So missions, this is repeatable. You can complete it as far as I can understand, as much as you can per day. With tier 4 or higher vehicles, earn 2200 XP over any number of battles, and you have to be in the top 10 on your team by experience earned. So you don't need to win the battle, you just need to be in the top 10. Destroy 2 enemy vehicles in one battle gives you 20. This can be done once per day. And the big one, 250 lunar coins. For that, you need to deal 58,000 HP of damage to enemy vehicles across any number of battles, and you can only complete it once, but it is a huge chunk of points. Right, so for many of you guys, it takes 2 battles. Wink, wink. So get your hands on cool rewards. Earn points through event missions and unlock the treasure trove of cool prizes below, including the IS-2M, a free Tier 7 premium Soviet heavy tank, and a bunch of rare 2D and 3D styles. So what do we have over here? We have a premium day, which is always useful. Some styles, reserves, steady hand. So for free-to-play players, this is definitely big. Universal guide, some more styles, emblems, another premium day to pick up from stage 2, stage 3. What do we have over here? We have credit booster, we have missions, we have a large repair kit. All right, crew member. Crew member, actually. I wonder, a member with enough XP to train 2 perks. Okay, this is what's going to be my question. Like, I wonder how many skills it has. But here we can see that it has 2 skills. And finally, from stage 5, if you complete that, you're able to get IS-2M as well. If you're a fan of IS tank, well, basically, this tank is the same, but makes you some extra credits as well. Take on the Dragon Challenge. You're able to take part of the Dragon Challenge to participate in the challenge where there is a leaderboard. And as you can see from the leaderboard, you're able to get some additional free stuff, even placing up to 88 position. You're able to get that. Unlock Draconian Chests for premium vehicles and more. Well, this is the premium content right over here, what you have to pay for. Alright, our special bundles with I was just reading, maybe there is some free stuff up for grabs as well, but does not seem like it. So, ladies and gentlemen, from February 8th, let me know, are you going to put your grinding pants on to get the free premium tank, which is always nice, especially if you do not have any, right? Are you going to buy some boxes? What's your take on this, all of this? And I guess if this tank comes out with the final version, we are actually going to do some gameplay action as well, so you can stay tuned for that. But until then, I would like to know your opinion about this in the comment section down below. And guys, I will catch you next time with something else. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye-bye.